I'm terribly sorry.
That is on the recording, man.
Okay.
Was that was recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I just
fair
started
enough.
recording that.
You guys ready to play Space Team?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go ahead.
Okay, everybody hold down your triggers.
What do you mean triggers?
See that button in front of you?
Okay.
I got a badass suitcase.
I'm terribly afraid right now.
It gets pretty intense.
Did we like go somewhere?
You're on a spaceship.
Oh shit. Don't worry. The ship flies itself. Just follow the instructions.
So we have to work together
Yeah.
as a space team.
Get it?
Space team.
Is it mandatory multiplayer?
Yeah, it has to be at least 2.
Here we
max.
go.
No, this don't make sense.
Activate anti-pivot. Who has the anti-pivot? There you go.
Vent grip stasis.
Activate Novocanal?
There you go. Brush Arcone. All right, got that.
Flow claw.
Set grid port to 1.
Flow claw.
I don't got any of these.
Flow claw.
Deactivate
Oh,
anti-port.
Oh, shit.
Anti-pivot, I mean. Something bad's happening.
Rush
Sloping
Arcone.
trap to
You got
1.
that. Turn on Mega Choke. Somebody turn on Mega Choke. for God's
No!
We're in hyperspace. What happened?
Good job, team.
sake. We passed.
Space team.
That was the easy one.
This is fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
No anomaly detected. Oh, I got so much shit on the screen.
I have 5 of them. Engage wave spoon.
Rim puffer to 1.
Got Rim Puffer. Mince Hemi-Shell.
B ring to. Oh, it's me.
Set half shield to 2.
Unbind the metacord.
Engage wave spoon.
Unbind the metacord.
I don't have the
I don't. What?
I got the metacord.
Mince Hemi-Shell. Oh, jeez.
I missed something.
The gigafilter to 2.
Somebody engage
Set
the wave
the
spoon.
gigafilter to 2.
Increase half shield to 1.
That's right, everybody shake. Everybody shake.
What?
Shake your goddamn phones.
Oh,
Safe. Engage the wave
Enable the
spoon.
ecto shaft.
I don't have
Half shield to 1,
Enable
please.
the ecto shaft, please.
Engage O-Yoke. Somebody engage
Shake it, shake it. Android.
What?
Asteroid.
Asteroid. Mince hemi shell.
Set super stress to full power.
Full power.
Engage anti-buzzer.
Register your software,
Anti-buzzer.
people.
Mince hemi shell.
Disable the anti-buzzer.
Set Rim Puffer to 2.
Set
Loop
half
bulb
shield
to
to 2.
Loop bulb to 2.
I don't have that.
Half
Oh, got
shield
that.
to 2.
Got it.
Please,
Engage
someone.
Loop
O-yoke.
bulb to 1. Loop bulb to
O-yoke.
1.
No.
Loop bulb to 1.
Got it. Turn off Ecto Shaft.
Set rim puffer to 0.
Engage wave spoon.
Wave Spoon engaged.
Set clip coil to 2.
Done.
Set telegraph to 1. Telegauge to 1.
Clip coil to full power.
Okay.
Jesus, I was falling apart.
No one's doing mine.
I had no controls. I just kept
Electrical
yelling.
storm ahead, guys.
What does that mean? Do we just shake that like fucking?
If it's okay, you'll see.
I'm
Whoa.
scared right now.
That's pretty easy for me.
I got yeah.
Turn on the hello nipple.
Flash table to 2. Flash table
Helion
to 2.
nipple.
Hello nipples up.
The flash table set to 2.
Backup hard drive.
Hard drive backed up.
Cornel fiddle wheel. Cornel fiddle wheel.
Arc
Turn it
puffer.
on.
it.
Arc puffer.
Quani Shah handle.
Turn on
to
T-buzzer.
4. Quani Shah handle. Quashisha.
Activate arc puffer.
Quashisha handle to 4.
I don't have that.
Disable coronal
Quashisha handle.
theta wheel. Theta wheel.
Data wheel. There we go. Engage hollow handle.
Quashisha handle to 1.
Backup hard drive.
Quashisha
drive
handle,
backed up.
please.
Disengage T-buzzer.
Quashisha handle,
Disengaged.
people. We're getting fucking
I don't
harder.
know what that
Activate
is.
Toe hitch.
I got the toe hitch.
Set end popper to 3.
Quashisha
Done.
handle.
Egan cogs to
Back
1.
up the hard drive.
Insert moon pinion.
Done.
Asteroid, shake the crap out of your
Plunge.
devices.
Done. Shake. Everybody shake.
Plunge H-wing.
Oh,
there we go.
Jesus.
We're doing pretty good.
Fucking space
I don't
team.
know. I think I'm missing some of your guys.
Translator malfunction.
This is
This
amazing.
is the worst part. So you got symbols now.
I have symbols, damn it.
Yep.
Set P
Tangle
cube
the
to
mono
1.
welder.
Whoa,
Tangle,
what? One at a
tangle
time.
the mono welder. Tangle the mono welder.
I don't have a.
Set
Tangle the mono
You,
welder.
you might not know you have it. It might
Enable
be
the
symbols.
tri.
Set P
Enable
cube.
the tri cap.
Set P cube to 1.
Enable the set shield peg to 7. Shield peg to 7.
Turn off TriCap.
Tri-cap. Done. Set V-bib to full power.
Tangle-
Activate beta scale.
Ah, Jesus.
Shield peg to 7, people. Shield peg to 5 now. Shield peg to 5.
Don't have
I
that.
can't turn it to
Sub-
5.
Shake.
Sub-canal to...
Tangle the mono
Wait.
welder.
Sub-canal to full
Matt.
power.
Shake, man.
Matt.
Somebody shake. There. Jesus.
Turn on boson
Tangle
inductor.
the mono welder. Tangle the mono welder.
Set hemi plate to full power.
Activate flux power. Flux popper.
Activate the beta scale.
Set flex bath to 4.
Activate the beta scale.
Don't have that.
I don't have it either.
Flex
Set-
bath to 7. Flex bath to 7.
No, that's not me.
Flex bath.
That's me.
Grip tool to 2. Grip
Turn
tool
on
to
the
2.
synth flare.
Set anti-saucer device to 2.
jeez. I'm gonna
Set
assume
V
that's it.
vibe to. Sorry.
Synth layer to 2.
C trunk to 1.
Turn on the synth layer. Turn on the synth layer.
Deactivate beta scale.
Set C trunk to 3.
I don't
my
know
God,
what
it was
that
me.
is.
Turn on synth layer.
Grip layer to 1. Grip layer to 2. Grip 2.
Set infiltrator to 1.
Set C
Grip
trunk
tool
to
to
0.
1. Grip tool to
Oh, we're
1.
dying, guys. Shield peg to 7.
Clean up the mess. What
Grip
does that
tool
mean?
to
So
1.
many things just clean up mess.
Grip tool.
No.
God, that was terrible.
I didn't have any of that shit.
I know. I wasn't hearing like.
I said grip tool to 1.
Are we dead?
Yeah, we're done. Let's see the stats. I have quick reflexes.
We've been awarded for our audacity.
Earnestness.
Effort.
Matt, what'd you get?
I got audacity. What's that mean?
Audacity.
What's audacity mean?
Um.
Is there a dictionary app on this?
Unnecessary change is 25.
Oh my God.
Panel disasters 197.
Yeah, same here, yeah. Oh, is that us?
That's
Oh, team.
everybody.
We
team,
didn't get to the
team.
wormholes.
The symbol thing messed me up, and
Okay,
I don't understand the symbol thing.
Does somebody know the definition of audacity?
yeah, it's
Nate, just look it up. You have an iPad in front of you.
Anyway, welcome to Day One Patch. We were playing a game that will show up in our review for App of the Week, or App with Marty. Sorry. I'm Ryan Johnson. This is Day One Patch video game podcast. With me, I have Matt Lawrence,
You?
Martin Isaacs,
Hello.
and Adriano Petty.
Hello.
And I don't have my thing up because Matt has my iPad.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I will just use my iPhone. Just give me a second.
Today
So,
we're
yeah.
going to start off with what we're playing.
What we're playing. Thank you, Marty. I should know that by now. 28th episode. So go ahead, Marty, since you suggested.
I had a bit of PSN money, so I decided to.
Yeah, PSN money.
Yeah, I decided to download The Warriors. If you're unfamiliar with The Warriors, it was a movie, an old movie, like I can't remember when it came out, 1980 maybe. Anyway,
It's pretty old, yeah.
it's a pretty old movie. It's a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. And Rockstar decided to make a game based on of it in 2002, 2002 or 2005, one of those years. But it was on
Those are really close.
it was on the PS2 and the Xbox. Yeah, it's Rockstar. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's one of the best movie games of all time.
Probably.
Yeah, it's
If
Rockstar.
Rockstar touched it, yeah.
It's Rockstar. Rockstar Toronto, actually. This is their only game they've made.
Really?
So,
Did they shut them down or
Oh
what?
yeah, they had the Rockstar. I think they've been shut down.
they're in charge of doing ports now.
Oh, so they're still up, but
I thought they shut down. Like they all got amalgamated into other studios.
I don't know. I did a little bit of research, but
I
I'm
haven't
pretty sure they were in charge of a couple ports. But if you haven't played this game, I suggest downloading it. It's $10 on the PSN.
all right, Matt.
I've actually been playing some Kerbal Space Program,
Oh yeah.
as Ryan knows well. Building some unsafe rockets.
My rockets are pretty okay now.
Mine are pretty bad. they fail a lot. I tried to make a mimic NASA shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the big orange, fuel thing. I had like a little light shuttle with just a little bit of gas on it. And it literally took off, flipped over, and crashed about 2 feet above the earth.
Oop.
So I was like, okay, it's unstable on one side. There's too much power on one side. So I put another one in, and the rocket launched but left the pod on the ground. So I gave up on NASA. So yeah.
Okay. Adriano, what are you playing?
Before I do that, Rockstar Toronto is being moved to Oakville,
Oh,
and Rockstar Vancouver was shut down, and that studio is being amalgamated to other ones.
Do you know anything what that Vancouver did offhand or no?
What is Rockstar North? Because I know I've seen that tag before.
No. I'm not
Like,
sure.
what does that encompass? Is that any of the Canadian studios?
I don't know. North, maybe. I don't know.
I would assume so. I finished BioShock Infinite.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and I rushed it so we could talk about it, and then I found out that Mr. Matt Lawrence over there didn't even finish it.
Ew.
God damn it, man.
It's not my fault, man.
Man, where are you coming on The Last of Us, too? These are two of the greatest games that came out ever, and
Oh,
yes.
whoa,
Yes,
Whoa.
I'm serious.
whoa! Oh, I haven't played Last of Us, but whoa, whoa.
Last of Us is pretty fantastic.
Well, I'm not.
So-
I'm arguing that, but
And I lent you Spider-Man, and I came over and played it, and you're not far at all.
I'm playing some Kerbal Space Program.
what am I gonna start next? I think I'm gonna do Crisis 2. picked that up.
What are the games that are on your list?
Warriors.
Crisis 2, Dead Space 3 DLC, Tomb Raider.
Do Tomb Raider next.
Oh man, that's the
You going back to Crisis 2?
because it's alphabetically. It's next.
Oh, so okay.
It's gonna be a while before I get the Tomb Raider, if that.
Oh my god.
I might just have to download on the Xbox One network.
We'll see you on
PS1.
episode like 100.
Yeah, but I'll do Crisis 2 next, probably.
Okay. I've been playing a little bit of Kerbal, delving into Kerbal, watching a lot of videos. Like, the guys on YouTube are absolutely amazing.
Like always, too. Like, it's ridiculous.
They can so easily just make a rocket and launch to like the furthest planet they can, and then come back. It's like ridiculous.
Are they kids?
Some of them are adults. Some of them like seem to know what they're doing, and know all the gadgets and the dials and everything.
They're
Well, it
astronauts,
makes you
aren't
wonder,
they?
though, like, how long did they play the game before they actually started recording video, right?
I guess so. Because how long has the game been out? It's still in beta, and they've had quite a few updates, right?
It's been more than a year, because I know I downloaded the demo, I think, a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, but like people have like entire like space stations up there and everything.
it's crazy, yeah.
And other than that, I've been playing GTA 4 still.
How was that?
I'm getting bored.
Are you
Yeah.
doing are you just doing multiplayer, or are you doing the campaign?
Campaign.
Where are you?
Getting bored. I'm still in that second little district.
Really?
Yeah.
You're on there every time I log on.
I mean, that's where my main safe house is. But I'm doing missions outside of that. I guess what would normally be Manhattan. I know it's not Manhattan in the game, but
Well, then at this point, I recommend you just do the main stuff and power through and get the credits.
that's what I
and
think I'm gonna have to do. Yeah.
Just retire it.
Yeah. It's fun. It's just
You have the DLC, the episodes.
yeah.
Don't play Lost and Damned, in my opinion.
Why?
Why?
I didn't like it at all. Like, it's one of the Grand Theft I actually just didn't beat because I didn't like it.
No, I liked it. There you go.
Ballad of Gate 20 was a lot better, though.
I'll probably end up playing both. It's
Yeah.
a pretty slow summer, and there's not a lot of games coming out. So
Well,
They're
Ballad
really
of
big DLCs.
Yeah, they are.
Rockstar really knows how to do DLC.
jeez.
The Ballad of Gate 20 is freaking amazing, though, because there's actually, like, some good side stuff.
Okay.
Get some pretty cool stuff, so.
Did you get it for Xbox?
There's only like $20 too, right?
Yeah, it's $20 for all three now.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. So yeah, let's move on to Apps with Marty so you can hear what all that intro was about. So take it away, Marty.
All right. I recently found a game called Space Team. Decided to tell the guys about it so that we could play, and then Adriano informed me that he told me about it like a month ago.
I think months ago.
Months ago, and
And then I said, let's play it. And they're like, yeah, we'll play it. And we never did.
And we never
About a
did.
months later.
and then I thought I discovered it. And basically, what it is you're in a space team.
Space Team.
And it's basically on screen you have a control panel, I guess you could say. There's different buttons and switches and stuff. And in your team, you're given instructions. And like we played with 4 people, 4 iDevices. And everyone's giving a different instruction for a control that is not on your screen. So you have to kind of communicate with other people to tell them which button to hit. And since we all got 4 different instructions, we're all yelling at each other, as you might have heard, to try to get the task done.
Yeah, there's probably a better way to do that.
Maybe a pattern. Like
Yeah.
But that kind of ruins it. It wouldn't be like an actual like Starship Bridge, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
because when my friend Sean first introduced this game to us, we tried playing it. First time it was really chaotic, but we got to like level 7. Like, we actually did pretty good.
No, so we failed you.
You honestly, like, we only got to level 3.
Yeah.
We did pitiful for the first time. But well, then the second time we played, I said, let's do this one instruction at a time. We'll just go clockwise, and that quickly failed.
Really?
People were just like, fuck it, and then we just started yelling shit at each other again.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty fun. I recommend it. You're only able to play it with 2 to 4 players, so you can't play it on your lonesome.
That'd
Obviously.
be ridiculous.
It'd be stupid. I guess you could get your iPad and your iPhone together and play by yourself if you really wanted to.
I think that'd be even harder.
Yeah. Interesting, actually.
Be pretty sad.
A little bit
Sitting
sad.
there, your own space team.
Yeah. One-man space team. Interesting to note right off the top, it lets you know that it's also available for Android, and you're able to play with Android users over Wi-Fi. So on the same Wi-Fi connection, I think it'd have to be, though. It's not like actually over the internet.
Yeah, well, you need to be all in the same room talking to each other.
Yeah.
So
You could
Skype
Skype it if you really.
The delay would be brutal.
But yeah, if you got 2 to 4 buddies lying around or 2 to 4 iPads, I guess I highly recommend downloading this. It's pretty damn fun, chaotic. Could be an interesting drinking game as well,
And who doesn't want to be on in a space team?
like on a bridge.
Yeah. Because I remember at the beginning of last semester, Ryan Knight came up to us and asked if we wanted to play that Star Command game or whatever it was. Where you actually each get your own positions. One's like communications and one's like engines and stuff. And it sounded really awesome. And this is the closest I'll get to it. So thank you, Marty. And Adriano.
Thanks,
for bringing that up.
Adriano. Apps with Marty and friends.
Oh,
No, you guys were there. That was the first time I played the app. So
right before the podcast.
yeah, during the podcast.
During the podcast. So let's jump into our first story. This is more of a question, actually. Ubisoft is asking fans who should play Aiden from Watch Dogs in a movie. I kind of struggle with this because he doesn't really look like anyone, so you couldn't really
He
base
doesn't
him
strike
off
me as a interesting character.
He's not at all. He's not recognizable for any traits or anything.
And we don't know anything about the personality. Like we just know him from trailers.
Yeah. So
I think it would have to
who
wait
do
till
you
the
guys
game
think? I mean, I have a list of some of the top choices, but any come up to mind off the bat?
Yeah, let's start with your.
Well, no, I don't want to dilute your.
Oh, dilute away, my man.
Let's do Hulk Hogan, man.
Oh, come on,
Brother.
I don't have anybody in mind, but somebody on Reddit suggested Tom Cruise.
I think that's one on here. Yeah.
He's too old. He's too old.
They can CG his face up.
A little too short too.
They did that.
Aiden
Jeff,
seems like a
Jeff
tall
Bridges
guy.
in
Yeah.
Tron.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I'll go with the poll then. Toby Maguire,
Boo.
I'm out.
Stupid,
I'm
alright.
automatically
Yeah,
out.
it's
Let's
pretty
move
bad.
on.
Henry Cavill. I don't know who that is.
That's
Is that Superman?
That's Superman.
That's
Yeah.
Superman.
Nope.
No, I don't
No.
think so. Ryan Gosling.
No, no. We need an actor.
Oh,
He's good.
Paul Walker.
No.
There's Tom Cruise. Clive Owen.
No. That's the wrong. He's awesome. That's just the wrong choice.
I think so far that might be my number out of everything.
That's not
Everybody
Tobey
else.
Maguire.
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Andrew Garfield.
No.
No.
Brad Pitt.
No. These are all terrible.
And my
choices.
favorite choice, Edward Norton.
Close.
Yeah.
Not quite though.
Yeah, I'll go with that as the top choice.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling like a Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, not even.
No.
No.
Maybe I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
If Aaron Paul was maybe a little taller,
Aaron Paul.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
Put some platforms.
I don't like
on.
that guy.
I like him. He's a really good actor.
He's gonna be in the Need for Speed movie.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible. He's a
He,
really good actor.
he could work. I can see that working too. But you're right. If he's a little, he seems a little short. I don't know. If
He
it's
is
just
short.
The baggy
He's a really
clothes he
short
wears.
guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you guys think that they're already asking about a movie? Do you think they're gonna actually plan one?
No.
I think.
I think so. If the Assassin's Creed movie does well.
Yeah, because that movie was so great. That's out, right? That's out and successful.
There is
right?
there.
No.
Wait, there is an Assassin's Creed movie out. I have it on DVD,
Oh, that's right.
and it's really, really fucking bad.
Live action.
Yes.
What?
I'm
Is it a porn parody? Because then
No, it's
a
not a
porn parody. The
porn
low budgets
parody.
become really good.
It is an actual movie. It's following, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is. It's following Ezio's father.
Was he an assassin?
Yeah.
That's-
But it
He was a
explains-
janitor.
Explains that story.
Wait, his dad was an assassin?
That's he does right at the
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler.
That's-
Spoiler.
Spoiler-
That's like 4 games ago.
Whatever, but
Still haven't beat that.
yeah, remember he dies in front of him, so his son like takes up the thing to get.
Yeah, I remember that, but
He was part of the assassins.
did they ever tease that or hinted at all in the actual second game? That his dad was part of the Assassin Brotherhood?
He
They said it
was,
repeatedly, repeatedly they said it.
In the game?
Isn't
Yes.
that didn't they have like a suit, like
It
his
is-
whole assassin's outfit?
Yes,
and everything?
exactly.
Yeah.
It was very clear he was an assassin.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's
It
why
was
he
like-
was killed, right?
Yeah, it was a literal. Yeah, that's exactly why he was
Isn't
killed.
that right at the start of the first game?
Yeah, the second game.
Oh, I don't
Oh.
know then.
Shit, I should probably pay attention when I play those games.
But they got Michael Fassbender signed up for the Assassin's Creed movie.
Is he as Ezio or Altair?
There could be a whole new assassin
No, they didn't even say.
entirely.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Nah, it'll probably never happen.
Scheduled for 2015, I believe.
It's not gonna happen.
I feel like Ubisoft's getting a little arrogant with their Watch Dogs, though. I think because they weren't. They said when everyone was surprised by it at E3, they said they actually weren't trying to keep it under wraps. They weren't trying to keep it a secret, and it was amazing that it leaked out and everyone went crazy over it. and I think it kind of made their
Went to
ego a
their
little bit too
heads.
big. Yeah, it went to their heads, and so they think it's the greatest game ever now. So they're walking around with their Aiden shirts on or whatever.
And they last week we talked about. They said if you liked last year's Ubisoft presentation, you're gonna love next year's.
Yeah, and then the division, so it even increased their ego even more.
Yeah.
You're
So-
gonna have Watch Dogs Brotherhood, Watch Dogs Revelations,
Aisha Tyler edition.
Watch Dogs 4 Black Flag.
Oh, I thought you said the Tyler Perry edition.
No,
Oh.
Aisha Tyler.
I'm not sure how much this next story interests any of you, except for me.
Tyler Perry's Assassin's Creed. Go.
That'd sell a bunch, actually. New Star Wars Rebels logo and concept art revealed. This was at the European celebration, which is a big Star Wars celebration for all the fans in Europe and stuff. But people from all over the world go to it. So
what is Star Wars Rebel?
if you've been following Star Wars at all, they had the animated series The Clone Wars, and after Disney made their acquisition of Lucasfilm, they shut down the Clone Wars.
Oh, the cartoon. Okay.
Yeah, the cartoon.
So how many seasons was that in?
5.
Did they wrap it up? Like, is there closure there, or?
Where it ends, yeah, it can. But they have episodes that they've already done that they're going to release later on for like the 6th season.
Okay.
But the way it is right now, it basically could be wrapped up if you wanted to look at it that way. They were getting
I
pretty
don't plan on it. But.
they were getting pretty close to episode 3. So
All right. So what's this new one about?
this new one is about it's Rebels, obviously. So it's going to be about the rebellion, possibly close to the start of the rebellion, how it first formed and everything. And the cool thing about it is it's going to be the art is designed after Ralph McQuarrie concept art. If you know who he is, he did all the stuff for the original Star Wars films. So all those cool like paintings you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of going to be based off of that.
Now, as from what I remember from the shitty Force Unleashed game,
Yes.
the rebel symbol is
It's like in Kashyyyk or something, right?
no, isn't it? Wasn't it adopted from Starkiller's family crest?
Yeah, like the house that he was in.
Yeah.
It was in there somewhere.
So
yeah.
is that canonical? Like, are they going to use that, or are they going to do their own explanation?
I doubt they'll use it, but it is canonical. They'll probably skim over all that. They'll probably start like maybe this is like 5 years into the rebellion. Who knows? You know.
Okay.
We don't know much on it yet, but I'm excited for it because the Clone Wars is actually a good show. I don't care what you guys think about it. You haven't watched enough episodes. No,
I've watched one. I watched the shittiest episode.
Well, you see, you watched the worst one.
I've seen a pretty bad episode of it too.
Some of them are so good though. You just gotta sit down and watch them all. That's how it has to
See,
happen.
the clones don't interest me at all, really.
Yeah.
Well, this is what bothered a lot of Star Wars fans is like oh, in Episode 4 when Obi-Wan tells Luke, oh, I fought in the Clone Wars, and then everyone's like, what's the Clone Wars? I'm like, no one really cared that much, you know. And then they just blew it up, and now it's something that
It's
we know
on
about.
every goddamn piece of marketing out there.
It could have just been some cool, mysterious war that happened in the galaxy.
Yeah, I have
and-
Clone Wars chapstick.
Do you really?
It's a lightsaber. It lights
The
up.
heck?
I don't use it. It's just a lightsaber.
That's cool.
It's not.
Oh, okay. Let's move on to Batman Arkham Origins. You guys are excited for that, right? No?
Not as excited as I was for Arkham City.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Mainly because Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill aren't back.
I would
And
say
as
more
well as
because
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady, yeah.
Not only that, because the game looks the exact same. Like, it might as well be Rocksteady.
Don't say that.
But, I mean, think about it. All the times another developer has taken over, it's usually a bad game that gets produced.
Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, but like,
Fallout New Vegas.
yeah, but everything I've seen is
KOTOR
is just,
2.
Well, it's not Obsidian, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a good point.
What is with Obsidian and making really bad games, and then they go and make their
Well,
own game and they
here,
make it a Kickstarter?
It's not that they don't make it bad, it's that they don't... They seem to play it safe. They seem just to make, here's the same game that you wanted, and there's nothing...
Yeah, that's true.
We don't put our own touch on it. It's just, you know...
Well, what's that game that they put on Kickstarter? And they're like, well, it pretty much makes the player the boss because they get to choose what we put in the game. But like in all actuality, it's just how many donations. So like I remember the one that was like, I don't know the actual price, but let's just say $500. It's like we need $500 donated, and we'll put player houses in the game. If not, then we may release it as a paid DLC later.
Wow.
So pay us now, or too bad for you. It's not we're taking features out of the game essentially.
Was it exactly like that?
No, but like think about it was literally like they literally said that if they don't reach their goal, if I remember correctly, this was like a year or two ago, so don't hold me to it. But they said that if the game does well, but they didn't reach the goal of like, so they had like a $200 goal, 500 or whatever. So if they didn't reach one of the goals, but the players actually wanted it, they said they may release it as a paid DLC later depending on how popular the game is. But to me, that's kind of like, well, you could have had it, but you didn't pay us then, so pay us now. Well, then, in that point, the game's going to be... I guarantee the game's going to be full retail. So, why Kickstarter?
I'm not too sold on this whole Kickstarter thing.
Well, I don't like Kickstarter for that. Kickstarter should have said no to them. They're a big corp.
Yeah, I just don't like when big names and big corps who have other resources to use it. Like Zach Zach Braff was on there kickstarting something. Like, no, you know people. You can find people
Takes
to
away
fund your
from
shit.
the little guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, the devs themselves don't have a lot of money. It's the publishers who produce the money for the developer.
Okay, what's the problem?
They're
just using Kickstarter instead of a publisher.
They already have.
No,
right?
but I think it would still be published underneath the major title anyways.
Well, they can't do that. That's ridiculous then. Because the publisher can easily provide enough money for them to create a game.
Exactly why it's ridiculous.
So they're using both Kickstarter and a publisher?
Probably some corporations are.
That's awful.
Some developers are.
That's bad.
Anyway, okay, let's go back to Batman.
Yeah, so the multiplayer mode was revealed. I'm not too brushed up on this, but it's an asymmetrical, what they call the 3 versus 3 versus 2.
Correct.
What do you guys know about that?
What the heck is that?
Basically, it's multiplayer. You're assigned to a random team. You're either assigned to the Joker's team, or Bane's team, or you take the role of Batman and Robin. So basically, if you're put on the villain side, you're in a squad of 3. It's kind of like Battlefront, how you can choose like 3 different characters,
Okay.
and then you can get like the Jedi or the Sith. In this case, Joker or Bane. And basically, your job is to try and kill Batman and Robin.
Played by actual players, though.
Played by actual players. This is 8 people on screen at a time. And Batman...
5, 6, 7. Yeah, all right.
And Batman and Robin's
Question
goal
mark.
is to get as many takedowns as possible without being killed.
Okay, and how many times can like Batman and Robin spawn?
As many times as they want.
So what's the end objective?
For Batman and Robin is to get like a certain amount of points based on takedowns and stuff. And if you're Bane or Joker, it's kills.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Well, I know the beta invites went out.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know if it says anything in there about it.
The online mode is going to be developed by Brink Studio. I think.
What have they done?
I thought it was
Splash Damage?
Splash Damage, yeah.
Brink Studio Splash Damage, sorry. And this will not be available on the Wii U. So
Wii U owners, how do you feel about that?
yeah, well, I'm not gonna get it for the Wii U.
The reason for it was they wanted to not put in the time to develop for a system that not a lot of people are playing multiplayer on.
Yeah,
That's the reason.
it's still a single player console. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Wow, that's rough. Now, what if it would come release date? What if it was $10 cheaper because it didn't have multiplayer? Would you consider getting it for the Wii U then?
I'm pretty interested in the multiplayer, so it sounds pretty cool.
I'm not really. I've had Arkham City for 2 years. I haven't played it yet.
Have you played the first one?
Arkham Asylum?
To talk to you about that.
I played about 10% of it, got bored, and then stopped.
Oh, come on.
I liked Arkham City. I don't know which one I like better.
Asylum.
Asylum, yeah. Oh, and do you know why they made what's that person they changed to a female? What's her name?
Copperhead.
Copperhead. Do you know why they did that?
I do not know why.
Because there was not enough female presence. Because in Arkham, if you notice in Arkham City, there was only got Catwoman and then.
And if you didn't have
And she's playable. Like,
and
how
you-
much more could you possibly get?
wait. But if you didn't have the download for her, you didn't have her.
You
and
wouldn't.
then
Or
Poison Ivy is gone if Catwoman's gone.
She's only in the Catwoman part.
So they changed Copperhead to a female. And I haven't heard too many complaints. I don't think I've heard many actually.
Well, Copperhead's a pretty B-list Batman
Yeah, honestly,
villain.
I didn't even follow Copper. Like, if they never said that Copperhead was male and they just changed it to female, I would have always assumed she was just female.
Also, fun fact: a little tie between Assassin's Creed and Batman. The voice of Ezio is the new voice of Batman.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, and the voice in the Disney movie Planes.
Oh yeah.
Whoop-de-doo!
That's all I want to say.
That movie looks stupid.
It's above the world of cars, man.
Well, no, it was actually originally planned for a straight to DVD film.
No,
Disney-
isn't Dane Cook the lead in that?
Yes.
Wait, what movie are you talking about right now? Planes?
Planes, yeah.
Planes.
Planes is fantastic.
Really?
I love cars, so.
Disney apparently accidentally spilt too much money on it, and it became too big. They made it 3D, and now it's going to theaters.
Did you like Cars 2?
Yes.
Oh God.
It still sold like crazy,
That was the first bad Pixar
Yeah.
film.
but it still made huge amounts of money. So Disney doesn't care.
Is Monsters U out yet?
Yes.
How's
I think that's out of theaters now.
I haven't heard too much reception about it.
I don't think Disney movies really hit the news, if you will. Like
I
they
think,
get
I
advertised.
think Pixar is on there just over their peak.
Yeah, that's a
Starting-
shame.
Starting their downhill climb.
Well, I feel like they're pumping them out too quickly now. You know, because they just had what was it, Braid?
Brave.
Or Brave?
They
Brave.
Had,
Brave.
they had
Sorry.
to cancel one too. They had to cancel a movie in there too.
So I just think they're just dishing them out too fast.
Do you know what we need? We need remakes of the Brave Little Toaster.
What's that?
Brave Little Toaster?
What is that? I don't know.
Marty knows what it is. You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we need.
Little toaster.
Adriano?
Nope.
Fuck.
I didn't have a childhood.
Jeez.
Fair enough.
Moving on. Take-Two hints at Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Why is
No.
it Take-Two? I thought Rockstar made this. Why is it Take-Two?
Take-Two's the publisher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Okay.
So Rockstar may not be developing it.
I would
That
like them
be
to.
Terrible.
Well, I thought Rockstar published the other one. I thought it was Rockstar.
That's a
Rockstar.
look up.
I swore it was Rockstar. I could be wrong.
Well, anyway, Take-Two wants to make another one, so.
Redemption.
I actually just bought. Remember the yard sale? Some Red Dead Revolver.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
PS2.
Yep.
And you bought Cars.
I bought Cars 2, still sealed, man.
I heard that's
Oh.
actually a great game.
This is
There
this
you
is
go.
it. Developer Rockstar San Diego with additional work by Rockstar North. Publisher Rockstar Games. Distributor Take-Two Interactive.
Okay.
There you go.
So
They
they.
got the distributor in there.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
important.
So the CEO Strauss Zelnick says that has the potential to be a permanent franchise like James Bond.
Okay, well, fuck James Bond. We're talking about compared to Grand Theft Auto. It's ridiculous.
Well, even James Bond flicks have smaller gaps
Yeah.
compared to Red Dead. How long has it been since Red Dead came out?
a while
2008.
ago, yeah.
No, later than that.
I
Right?
feel like it was 2000. Well,
That's a look up.
yeah. I'll just read the quote.
I'm gonna say
um,
2010.
the longer quote here. It's been our goal not just to preserve and grow the Grand Theft Auto franchise, but also to build other franchises that we think can be permanent, whether that's Red Dead franchise or the Borderlands franchise or the BioShock franchise or others.
So, well,
Civilization, for example.
I have a question then. Sorry, but okay. So we all know that Red Dead is just like a Western Grand Theft Auto. In that case, are they just trying? So are they gonna make a franchise out of like of everything they do? So like they have a Western Grand Theft Auto, so then they have LA Noire. You know, just like the investigation game. Are they trying to make like a series out of everything in that case? Or are they just trying to like just do Grand Theft Auto and then just like cash in on Red Dead?
I think they just want money, yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game. I'm just saying they probably just...
2010.
Everyone loves it. Everyone's still talking about it, you know?
Well, what would be good is if because Grand Theft Auto has such a big space, they could do like big space for Grand Theft Auto, but in that space they have like Red Dead, and then there's a big space for Red Dead, but it goes in between the Grand Theft Autos, for example.
Yeah. So I guess maybe they're looking for something just to toss in between there.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like another LA Noire.
Nah, I've never played it.
You
Yeah,
probably wouldn't like it, though, Matt.
It's
No?
pretty awesome.
A lot of disc swapping.
Well, for the
3
Xbox.
discs,
yeah.
yeah, on 3 discs for Xbox.
I'm not doing that.
Get
Like
it for,
I'm not like I'll play the first disc and be like, nope.
get it for PS3
Yeah.
then. You
It's,
can
it's
even
a
borrow it
really,
if you like.
it's a really good game, but it's like kind of hit or miss with people.
I need to like start beating things.
Yes, you do.
So do you.
So
Well,
do
no,
I.
he
If
beats
I-
them. He
if,
beats
if
them.
I start him, I finish him. I very rarely give up on a game.
I start playing. I'm like, oh fuck. Or I'll like fail at one level, never play it again.
I'll go back to shit. I accidentally launched Geometry Wars the other day. Just started playing that again.
I saw that. I saw you on. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I'm like, I went and I did the 3-minute thing. I beat my buddy's old score. His was 7,005,000. I beat 7,010,000. I barely finished it.
Nice.
Okay, so Microsoft is launching Xbox Enforcement United program.
The heck is that?
It's a new player-run program that will crowdsource community opinion to determine if certain content violates Xbox Live Code of Conduct.
Content?
Xbox Live,
Say content violates code of conduct? or
certain
users?
content violates
Oh.
Xbox Live Code of Conduct.
Maybe it's because of the indie games, the questionable ones.
Maybe. Those in the program will be asked to identify questionable content as it relates to profane words, phrases, topics or content of sexual nature, hate speech, sensitive historic current events, as well as various sound-alike or look-alike words.
Okay, see, I have some of those are maybe okay to question, but sensitive historic content.
I guess maybe they're
Well,
talking
AC is out.
You can't. You
Holocaust, like
Yeah, that's,
yeah,
where,
but
that's where I
history,
went.
Though you can't. You're just
no,
now,
but I think maybe people like saying, "Oh, the Holocaust doesn't exist," something like, or didn't happen,
Yeah, that's
You know?
true. A lot of people say that.
or people using like the swastika everywhere. And I still
it's
see that
part
in
of
Call of
history.
Duty. It's ridiculous.
Well, and also like they're trying to attack people who are making like Mine World, Minecraft or not craft. You know,
Well, no, that doesn't
That's
have to.
part of the industry. You're allowed to do that.
but
that's-
not on. That's against terms. They just
No,
You just
isn't
said similar sounding words, right? So
not game titles. I mean, people.
Oh.
Like cuss words.
Yeah, sound
Oh, I
alike.
apologize.
So
Okay, I
like
misunderstood.
like Pen 13, I guess would be one.
Okay.
Dogs watch.
Yeah.
Maybe make her
Dogs
extreme
watch.
too, man.
That'd be good.
You know what this means? Every time you like log on, you're gonna get. You know, on websites you get like those surveys that pop up. Take a few minutes to take our survey. And
Oh
you
fuck.
can get those.
I do those every now and then.
And there's gonna be no goddamn X in the corner to click. it.
Actually, I have a question. It's
Mm-hmm.
a little off topic, but this just popped in my head. Does anybody use the Max Netflix thing?
The what?
What?
The Max. Ryan,
I don't have it. I don't have it.
on your
There's an
PS3.
app on the.
I haven't seen it on my PS3.
You open it up and it's like, you know how like on Netflix you like you go down the rows, so it's like, you know, comedy and then action or whatever. But one of them is like Max, and it's like it'll be like, we'll help you decide what you like, and it's like, do you like action? Yes. So it just starts pulling up random action movies.
MAX or like MAC?
MAX, like
Max, like his name is Max. It's like an anonymous. He's like,
He
he's like, hi,
talks.
my name's Max, and
Yeah.
he's like,
and
let's
it's
play.
only on the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you click on him, and he's like, we're gonna. What you don't? If you don't, do you know what you want to watch? No. So what? He's like, so let's play the choosing game, and he's like, what do you like? And I'm like, choose like 3 genres, and then he'll like randomly show up movies. He's like, do you like these? No. Okay, what about these? No. And I've only said yes once.
What was it?
Serenity.
I think he's supposed to learn your habits better as you watch more stuff and
I
be
guess,
better
yeah.
at suggesting. But I've always found that all suggestion programs of any sort are always terrible.
Yeah.
Well, he's irritating too because one time I left him on and I didn't know, and I was like helping someone on my computer with something, and all of a sudden he's like, "Are you still there?" Like, fuck.
Now that's gonna get really bad if when you have the PS.
Oh, fuck. Or about Xbox One.
If they had it for Xbox One, it'd know when you walk in. How about these? It just starts popping shit up.
It will be able to judge on your facial expression.
Or if you have like a Walking Dead shirt on, it'll just see the
Or
shirt.
your Bazinga shirt.
Oh yeah, there
It'll
you
bring
go.
up Big Bang Theory episodes.
But another cool thing that Netflix added is profiles.
Oh, they just added that, right?
Yeah, like yesterday. Well, not the airing of this episode, but last week. So it allows like multiple users to get their own suggestions based on. So you like Marty watched Two-Headed Shark Attack.
Yeah,
It
man.
won't mess up my sister's Netflix because we watched that.
Oh right, yeah, because my dad
Although it's
watches
too late.
everything.
Profiles wasn't out then.
That is good because like there's like 10 people signed in on my account.
Yeah.
So I just see like everybody's thing.
It was good though, right?
Do you have the family account or no?
For what?
Netflix.
No, it's just my account, and I just
Okay.
Like-
Because like only 2 people can watch at the same time on the regular account. With a family account, you
Oh,
can have up to 5 people watching at the same time.
more than 2 people can watch stuff at the same time.
Really?
Yeah,
You're not
I
supposed to be
think I've had
together.
like 4 across 3 different houses. Like me, my sister in the basement,
Really?
then my brother and his girlfriend at their house, and then my brother-in-law and my sister at their place.
Maybe I'm wrong then, but I think just the regular account was only 2.
Oh, worked for us.
Huh?
I ain't complaining.
Cheating the system, I guess.
Best $8 I've ever spent.
Ubisoft will reveal new IP, so they even got more games coming out.
Nah, that's ridiculous.
This one's gonna be announced at Gamescom, and Gamescom takes place between August 21st to the 25th.
Does anyone actually follow that, or is everyone just kind of like?
So that's huge. That's basically Europe's E3.
I don't know. Like, it's something good to get news out of, but I find myself not looking it up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll look up, like, if news starts like showing up for them,
Well,
it's nice.
I don't think
but
they stream anything from there. I don't.
It's
No.
weird. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, it's only like as if E3 is like the thing, and then
I'll
everyone
just
else,
read the
like,
headlines
E3
on
is
Reddit
worldwide
gaming.
essentially, but like this is like a more localized for the Europe gamers.
So have they teased anything about this new IP?
Just that they're announcing a new one. It's probably gonna be open world because they think all their world
It's
games.
gonna
are-
zoom out in the trailer.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's gonna do. And what was I gonna say? Open world,
Watch Creed.
and they're gonna make it a franchise because that's what they want to do.
Assassin's Dogs.
They want to make everything a franchise.
With multiplayer.
Did they say it with multiplayer too? They want multiplayer.
I'd imagine.
It'll
so.
probably be multiplayer or worked in.
Do people know that people don't play the multiplayer? The only games that get played multiplayer on are Call of Duty
That's not
and Halo.
true.
But-
Day
but
they don't
Day
have
One
the
huge
Patch- or
numbers,
Day
they
One
don't
have
Patch,
that
but,
lasting appeal.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Last of Us is fucking like. Actually, I'm just gonna throw that in. This is why I'm not beating the story because the multiplayer is fantastic. But continue.
It's all right.
But I'm saying like the Tomb Raider game had multiplayer. They even have map packs coming out for it. There's probably a few people playing, but do they expect to get the same amount of people as Call of Duty, or are they
Well,
just
there's always like your big
wasting
ones.
development time?
There's always like your big ones, but like. Actually, yeah, that's true. Actually, because like, I mean, there's some games have cool concepts, but like AC is a big enough single player series to warrant an online experience.
But here's the thing, though. With AC, though, they probably only put real... Like, what was the first AC game to have multiplayer? Was it number 2 or number... Or
I thought it was 3.
Brotherhood.
I thought it was Brotherhood. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Brotherhood,
so
okay.
when they put effort into Brotherhood, the formats and the most of that infrastructure they use to build it, they can just roll over from game to game. Like they can just change it up slightly.
So you're saying once they make it for the first time, they can just slap it onto the next
same
one.
engine. They can just
Yeah.
start changing assets. And that's it. Bless
Dress
you.
everybody like
Sorry,
pirates
excuse me.
now.
What?
Just dress everybody like pirates now.
Yeah, and that's so it's not probably not with every new game. They're not stressing out. They're not freaking out to do multiplayer. They're just like, oh shit, here's multiplayer, and I got to do
I
that.
think that's what they do for the story as well.
I think you're right about the new Black Flag. It doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game at all.
It doesn't.
That's what I said. I said, why don't we call it like some for a pirate game, like Pirates Quest, or just like
Pirates
something.
Creed.
Or have it a pirate game
Something.
in the Assassin's Creed universe, and like you maybe come across the assassin at some
Or
point.
just as like an extra thing, like maybe like it's for your own game, and you're like you can transfer people, and one of the missions is like Connor like hops on your boat, and you're like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, that's just like throw in. Don't even show it until the game comes out.
It is.
It's not that big of a historical time period either. It's just
It's not.
pirates.
Well, it depends. If you look at the East Indian Company,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
they're probably going to be in there quite a bit. But like because like, you're gonna like you could have just had like the assassins as characters. What's the Liberation character? What's her name? Assassin's Creed Liberation.
That's funny because I bought that launch day. And I don't know.
Whatever her name is, she is going to be an exclusive character that you come across in the PS4 version.
For the Black Flag?
Yeah,
Because like
It-
they
it's
don't
in-
care.
Does that work out?
it's in that Fan Expo magazine.
Wait, but does that work out though?
Because
Because
her and Connor crossover in her game.
yeah, that makes sense because it's only like 10 years different or something like that.
All I know is in that PS4 magazine, or not that Fan Expo magazine.
Yeah.
It says that she's gonna appear up in Black Flag, only in the PS4 version.
I'm just trying to figure that out. Because
Isn't this pirate game going back farther in
it's
time
before,
as well?
It's before Connor's even born, right?
Yeah.
It is his grandfather.
His grandfather, so it's 2 generations back.
Yeah.
So why is she there?
I don't know. I want to.
Time traveling
we'll
animus.
go look at the magazine after, but I'm
Time
almost confident
traveling.
that's what's up because I had a picture of the PS4 and had a picture of her. I'm like, that's false
think-
advertising. That's not that game isn't on there. And then I read it and it said that she's going to be in Black Flag.
I think they need a console female lead. I think that'd be cool.
No.
Why not? Well, jeez, why not?
Not sexist over there.
Liberation was like
Well,
shit.
okay, that
Well,
wasn't that
Liberation
wasn't
shit because it's probably just shit.
it wasn't the same developer either. I mean,
Liberation was fucking horrible.
Who developed it?
I don't know, but it wasn't the main.
That's a lookup.
Because the big developers never do console or Vita games.
We should have a lookup counter on screen.
If they had just did with Connor on the Vita, but like a bunch of missions, same world, perfect, done, would have been awesome. But no, let's switch it up and let's make it so that you have to wear these costumes.
That's the
and
most annoying part.
That's so. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, do I change
Exactly.
my costume? Like, what the fuck am I doing right
What are you
now?
talking about?
In that game, so there's 3 costumes. You
In Liberation.
You can
Liberation.
dress up as a slave. You can dress up as a rich person,
yeah.
or you can dress up as something else. Forget. I think it's like a commoner.
I was gonna.
Well,
s- I
yeah,
was gonna
what's her main outfit though with the tri hat?
it's kind of like a pirate looking thing.
Oh, there's also the assassin.
yeah, the
What am I
assassin.
thinking
Yeah,
here? What is that costume?
that's like her main assassin.
That's the assassin one. So as you go through the game, so say for example, so the lady can sneak around easier, but she can't fight as good head on.
Yeah.
The slave can sneak into workplaces easier, but and she's very mobile, but she can't fight good head on either.
See, that sounds interesting.
No, but you
it's-
don't know when to use the
No,
stuff.
because it's like here's a mission, and I'm like, do I change my clothes?
Well, then you got to do what you want. If you want to do it one way, you have to change your clothes to adapt to that.
But it's boring as fudge.
and you have to find a place to change your clothes.
Yeah.
And they're pretty spread out, and you had to buy them if they're not there. And then if one has like a wanted thing on it, and you change into it, it's still there. And then you got to take down the posters, and you can't.
Yeah.
find them, and it's kind of really more annoying than anything.
So I'm always just the assassin.
I should go beat that game though.
I played the first 2 missions I've done. Can't do it.
I got a little further than that.
Developer. This is weird. Ubisoft. Sophia.
That's right.
Might be just like a division name.
That's weird.
It's just one person named Sophia working at Ubisoft.
That's fucking weird. What year did that game come out?
2012,
What month?
May,
November.
January.
October.
Fudge.
And then Japan got it later, like everything else. The Red Dead Redemption, May for Red Dead Redemption for everywhere else. And then Japan got it like November or December.
Well, I
You
mean,
got like 8 or 9 months.
do they
after.
buy Western games a lot? I don't think so. Japan.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
don't think they buy a lot of Western games.
No, it's just.
Speaking of Western game from a Japanese developer, Tomb Raider sequel confirmed by Square Enix.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And what's
I'm
weird?
sure I'd be excited if I played the first one.
What's weird about this is
Agreed.
like I think it was the former CEO because they have a new CEO now, but the former one was like complaining about Tomb Raider didn't sell well. We wanted like 5 million instead of the 3.5 million that it did, and they're complaining
First
about
world problems.
they're complaining about all their Western games and not complaining about maybe that big old Final Fantasy that's not doing too hot right now. You know.
Because they keep
And-
moving
and-
around consoles and stuff.
And now they're well into development of Tomb Raider sequel. I just think they didn't want to admit that their Western divisions were doing good.
Is it possible that they got stuck developing Tomb Raider 2 because like they were already partly done it or like enough into it when Tomb Raider 1 was released?
I don't know. Tomb Raider's been out for a while now. Maybe they I don't what counts as like well into it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm surprised Tomb Raider even came out for this gen.
It's
Like,
so
why,
good.
like, why not wait until?
It looks pretty good though on
Yeah, it
current
looks
gen
really
consoles.
nice. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and if you play it on PC, you can activate like super high definition like hair
Yeah.
and like dynamics and like physics.
I heard though if you max that out, if you put it too high, then it just like disappears.
Well, yeah,
She's bald.
You have to have a good computer, but if you max it out on my computer, it's like just flipping around and stuff. It's awful.
Should do it on mine.
Is that? Did they say there's gonna be a release for PS4 and Xbox One, or is it just the
Next gen.
No, I'm talking about the current game, Tomb Raider. Like, are they gonna
No, I don't
make
think
a
so.
PS4 release?
I don't think so.
It's too late, right?
Why?
It's pretty late right now.
It'd be weird for them to release one.
Plus, since it didn't in quotes do that well.
Well, that would increase the sale. I'd probably
Yeah, I
buy
just
it.
find it weird that the it's weird. This console gen got a lot of new releases near the end of the life cycle.
Still kicking.
It's weird, yeah.
Watch
Yeah,
Dogs is on the way.
Batman.
Watch Dogs.
I think it's because like if they didn't, this year would have been like a major flop, like a flop to the point of it like being a serious problem for game devs.
Well, it's the end of a generation console though, or console generation.
That's true, but we've been riding a downward slope because of no new IPs for so many years that they could have They could have done it like 2 years ago or a year ago.
Yeah.
Right? So they had to do it now, or they get fucked.
We're kind of overloaded with new IPs now though, a bit too much,
Well, everything's MMO now.
which is cool to a degree.
All these latest games, though, are really showing like what we learned over this generation and really pushing the consoles. Like The Last of Us looks amazing. What they're doing in GTA 5 is just bananas.
On this gen, right?
Yeah.
Now that game is only this gen, right?
Yes.
Now this is the problem with this next gen Mojig, if you will.
But that
Wait,
game looks
sorry,
better than
which
most
game
of
did
the
you say
stuff
is only
shown
this
at
gen?
E3.
GTA 5.
No, it's coming out for next gen.
Nope,
No.
it's
Nope,
just
nope,
this gen. Yeah, that's See what I mean?
Yeah.
No, now this is the problem. So
That's a look
That's
up.
a look up.
fuck.
I'm pretty sure that is that
No,
why they delayed
it's
it.
just
to
this gen.
No, but this I don't
September. It's
understand.
coming
If
out
you guys,
September.
do you guys have a problem with this? Because if I got my shiny new Xbox One and PlayStation 4, am I gonna want to turn on my Xbox 360?
for GTA 5. Damn well.
It looks better than most of the
Yeah.
games shown at
No,
E3.
but-
Personally, me though, no. Once the new generation comes
Yeah,
out, I'm
see,
never touching my old console.
Yeah, but
Ah.
you're a weird exception though.
I do.
I don't
I
know.
feel the same though. Like I gotta admit, like even if you had like an old phone and a new phone, and you could use either one, you would probably want to use the new one. Like maybe the old one does everything the same, but you know.
I don't
you
know. This
wanna-
guy wants to use his 3GS still.
Well,
he has
because
a- he has a-
he has problems with this new one. But the point is,
Hey, my 5.
the point is though, like I mean, when I don't have enough shelves.
Okay. So but going back to to bringing out the system for most people are not going to be getting the new systems day of, and they're not going to be getting it
It'll
for
just be
like
the
2
hardcore
years.
gamers,
Yeah, there's still going to be that mass market. Fuck, FIFA 14 is still coming out on PS2 because there's still a lot of people who won't play their PS2.
I think Nate said he's not going to get the Xbox or PS4 for a year because he's going to be playing GTA 5.
Yeah, I
He
won't
also
be
said he's
I
not
won't be
gonna get
getting
anyone.
any new system until
It's gonna be a while for me.
late 2014. It's gonna be a long time before I get any of those.
My goodness.
So I'm gonna be relying.
just gonna
And
be me and
I
you,
have a
Matt.
lot of titles to catch up on the other ones.
Just me and
Yeah,
Matt.
still a lot of
Yeah.
games to go.
And there's gonna be like 2 years of crossover for every new system, every
Yeah.
new game. Destiny's coming out on all of them.
This gen?
Yeah, I have a pre-order already for Xbox 360.
For some reason, I'm thinking that the next gen's gonna be a flop for me. Like I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna like have some cool games. I'm gonna play a couple levels of them, but no one's gonna be online. Then I'll just turn them off and turn on Netflix. That's what I do. If no one's online, I just turn on Netflix.
I don't know why you don't play games.
I don't play
alone.
single player games if no one's online. I just watch Netflix.
That's so weird.
I have to have like someone to talk to. I just watch Netflix.
But
Really?
you're supposed to be paying attention to the story.
I don't like talking to people. When I play
Yeah,
video
my
games.
game is
I
my
have to be
experience. I
secluded.
don't want anybody
Door
there.
closed, blinds closed, lights off. Like,
I don't
leave
know,
me the
man.
fuck alone.
It's the way it is. It's weird.
I don't even like seeing the notifications pop up when he signs in
Jeez, thanks.
or anybody signs in. I don't know, like.
How are you with playing with other people in the room?
Oh, I can't do it.
I've been playing
Single player?
I've been playing Borderlands a lot with my family.
See,
Like
stuff
they're
like
just
that's
sitting in the
okay.
living room watching me play.
I love that. That's so good.
No, I used to do it with my older brother back in the NES and the SNES days. Like he'd be playing Super Mario Bros. 3, and we just all sit around and watch him play.
I think it's funny that we can still bring up like the NES and NES. Like the generation now won't even talk about it. You know?
I don't know what it is.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's like, what? Do games run cartridges?
Like PS3 and Xbox 360 are gonna be their NES and SNES.
Do you remember Tim though?
brats.
You remember? I think Tim said it on the show. His kids aren't allowed to have new consoles until they're at least 14 or
That's
something
ridiculous.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Like that. They have
too.
they have to play N64, Super Nintendo, stuff like that.
That's
Good.
good.
No,
That's-
but
yeah.
listen to my. I actually have like a legitimate non Matt Lawrence aggressive point.
I disagree with
can't
what
wait
you're
to hear
about to
this.
say.
Okay, no,
Go
no,
ahead,
no.
shoot.
This is a serious thing. Okay, so if you're a kid like in the future now, because say
define
10.
future.
No, say assuming he has a kid when he's 30 years old.
We're talking Tim.
Yes.
Okay.
So assume
10
that's
years from now.
9 to 10 years from now.
Okay.
Assuming that.
Okay.
That's a serious problem because like, we're getting smartwatches and all this new technology, whatever. So his kids are going to be playing like these old things. I realize this, whatever, like they were fun for him back in the day and all that crap. I understand that. And it's cool to show that to them. But like if their friends are playing like Skylanders 2 and like all this stuff and they're like talking about it and stuff like that, they're going to be left in the dust. And because they're too young to work and stuff, they can't even get a new console. So in my opinion, like that's kind of dumb.
Do you know what my friends are playing? They're playing Infinite and Last of Us, and I played Donkey Kong Country today for the NES.
No, but see, like our age is different because we could talk about it, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. But are you his hypothetical kids
Yes.
or his kids? They're not going to be withdrawn from that technology though. Like there's still going to be that technology in their everyday life. Like they're going to go to school. They're going to work on. Like they're going to do their homework on that stuff.
So
When it comes to video gaming, it's not going to be that much of a system shock to them to get into that. It's just you want to do old school gaming, go ahead. And like it's just introducing them to earlier mechanics.
okay, well then for us then we should be playing some text based fucking. I'm serious. Like
That's fine.
that's
Go ahead.
terrible.
I encourage it.
That's horrible.
Use your
Ryan, would you play a
imagination a
text
little
based
bit.
game? You the troll is in front of you. What do? Attack.
Those are kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the same thing as playing Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what. Didn't we talk about you wanted to do a Star Wars one, or who wants to do a Star Wars one?
Yeah, it's me, yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're just using If you play Dungeons and Dragons ever, that's exactly what you're doing.
I think just let it have its course. I mean, just because we think the old games were so great, doesn't mean that the new ones aren't great to the new kids.
That's what I'm.
you
That's
know?
what I'm saying. Like I think that he's jumping too far. Like I think it's cool that he wants to keep it and show his kids that, but in my opinion, like it is just my opinion, I think he should just let them have the new technology. Like I don't want children, but if I ever have a child, like the kid will be covered in tablets. It'll be ridiculous.
But I'm just saying,
He'll
like,
be a
God.
tablet.
Oh, jeez.
kids growing up now probably think like Little Big Planet is like their Mario or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I mean. And like if even
That's
though
gross.
like maybe at like 6 years old it's a bit young, but like if they're 8 and 9, they have play dates or whatever, they come over, their friend's gonna come over and play a game that has like 2 pixels on the freaking screen.
I don't even think 8 or 9. Like my cousin's 4, and he's really good at Arkham City.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like
my
like
God.
stuff like that. Like imagine that.
My nephew's almost 5, and like at 3.5, he was navigating an iPhone no problem. Like you're just swiping and hitting the things.
It's like throwing a baby in the water and it instinctively swims. It's
Yeah.
our version is you give it an iPad and it knows how to use
Day
it.
One Patch not endorse throwing babies into water.
It's just like the same thing with the floppy disk.
Mm-hmm.
The floppy disk is still the save icon on all like document programs, like on Word and Excel. Like, the floppy disk is still a save
Even on
icon.
Kerbal.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So like kids today, even like 15-year-old kids, to them that's just the save symbol. Like that's not a floppy
Yeah,
disk
that's true,
symbol.
it's true.
So because I want to bring a floppy disk into my work, because you have like these superficial teens, like these rich Ancaster teens.
I feel like a lot of teens work at Canadian Tires.
It is. It's just like all the Ancaster kids that have to get a job because their parents say so.
Any
So-
service industry, I guess, really.
Yeah. So I just want to bring in a floppy disk and put one in front of them and say, "What is this?" I want to see if they can use the word disk or floppy or try to describe it.
You know what?
any
We should
different.
actually do like a survey. Go into like a high school or something and hand out like a survey and see what our results.
No, just bring one floppy disk. Say,
No,
what
just
is this? What is this?
The survey will be on
any,
that.
Any computer in there probably won't even have
oh
a
yeah, the
floppy
survey
drive.
will be on this floppy. They gotta hook it
Figure
up.
it out.
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to Ryan about this this week. Was like when it comes to terms in the future. So like what you're saying with the disc, like can they say disc and whatever? I mean, like, and we always say like how like our parents, they still use like all these old terms, and we'll never do that in the future. I will never say, like, whenever I say to record something, I say tape it.
Yeah, tape.
It's also
so
tape
Stuff
it.
like that. Like it's ridiculous. I was realizing that. I was like, holy crap.
Hand me the clicker. That's what my dad always
No,
says.
remote.
The switcher.
Switcher.
Well, I will
You know,
say
you know
remote,
what? A
but-
switcher used to be an actual thing where it was wired to the TV.
Yep, the
You
cord,
just
the
switch
wire,
it.
the cord. Yeah.
Two rows of buttons. You
Oh
usually
my
had like
God.
1 to 8 and then 9 to 16.
Yep.
You had to sit there like 4 feet from the TV.
On that note, though, my parents' TV from 1962, I think, finally broke.
Did you finally date it?
It is dead. I went upstairs.
Wait, it
This-
can't be 62.
It was something ridiculous. It was like the first color TV.
It has to be late 60s.
One
early
coaxial in,
70s.
and to switch to the satellite input is a physical. This is no joke. A physical lever that you snap into place, and you have to wire the thing to the TV. I went upstairs and I made this thing a smart TV. I jury rigged the fuck out of this thing to get it to work. And I went upstairs and I'm like, why the fuck is the TV red? And my dad's like, huh? Oh, I didn't even know. I'm like, can you not see color? I'm like, this is red, man. And he's like,
the green values.
yeah, he's like, oh Jesus. So I'm like messing around with the color, and I'm like, okay. So I pull up the Shaw menu, and it has like all the main colors. I'm like, okay, it's showing all the main colors. The fuck. Then the stabilizer tube blew, and it started going nuts. I was like, well, you're done. I walked out. And then they're like, well, we're not buying a TV. We can still hear it.
Do you still have that physical unit?
Yep, it's in the garage right now.
Okay, next time I come over, I want to look at it. I want to see it.
Do it up, man. I have pictures. So
What
it's dead.
was the story? What were we talking about?
We've gone far off track, but
We've gone. Well, that's what Day One Patch does.
to get back on track, Ken Levine has not given up on the BioShock Vita game.
Matt has.
No, but I think if they actually
it's
develop
true.
it could be good.
I
I want
won't
actual
buy it.
big time developers to work on Vita games and not just hand it over to some other
No,
person.
didn't I'm pretty sure in the article he says doesn't he say he wouldn't actually work on it?
He himself?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's bad then. I don't have the article on here.
That's a lookup.
Yep, there you go.
Good lord! Like, what the heck is going on over there?
I think he announced at E3 a couple years ago that he wanted a BioShock game on the Vita.
I just
That
want.
he
I just
actually
want
got
the Vita
like
to be
sold
used.
on it.
Like a remake of the original Bioshock, or a
No,
new
I think-
one?
a whole
like
complete
another game in that universe.
new story.
In Rapture universe.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't buy it.
I don't think he has time to work on it.
Levine hasn't.
I'm not sure what he's doing now.
He has to be working on something new.
Well, the latest Bioshock DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Burial
the
at
entire
Sea.
the entire development team is not working on the DLC. It's a small segment.
They might be.
The rest they're just wasting money if they just got guys coming in every day.
You don't
Well,
know how
they might be
big this
working on
DLC
another
is.
Bioshock, right?
Bioshock.
Has he said anything about being done with that? Take Two, obviously from our story earlier, wants to make a franchise out of it, like a bigger franchise.
I'm willing to guess that they're just working on something like another.
I'm
Bioshock.
kind of fine if it ends with this DLC.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I don't need another Bioshock.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't even planning on buying the DLC until I saw it was Rapture. Couldn't
Yeah.
put my credit card in fast enough.
Microsoft Xbox One controller was going to cost $60. I believe that's in Canada and the U.S.
That's
Same
the
price.
standard
Damn
price for
right,
a
our
360
prices are
controller.
starting to match up.
And headset $25.
That's pretty okay. That's fair. That's pretty fair.
And it's a nicer headset than the one they're selling now.
Now I'm pretty sure there's another article saying they're going to now release an adapter you can buy
That's right.
For your 360
for
headset.
360.
Oh, for fucking me, the thing's only $30. I mean,
But Microsoft is quickly becoming a company to reverse all their decisions quickly after.
It looks like a mess. Xbox just looks like a mess right now.
Yeah.
well, Microsoft. Have
I-
you seen the Microsoft like redoing all their stuff?
I envision like all of them in a room with like piles and like just stacks of paper, and they're just trying to sort through it. It's like,
Don't you mean stacks of tiles? Just fucking.
no, like actual just papers. Like that's
Stacks
how
of
far
the stacks of the unsold Surface tablets. That's what they got.
Have you seen they have like I saw briefly like they're like starting to restructure, right? So they're like redoing. They're like, this is this department. This is this.
They redid their whole chain of command, right?
Yeah, but all the chain of command is all tiles. They're like right here we have the accounting department. I'm like, that's a tile. They're like, well, here we have the Xbox. Again, that's a tile, and it's on the screen like tiles everywhere. I'm like, all right. By the way, on record, I hate Windows 8. Continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Xbox One can stay powered on for 10 years and won't even notice.
That's scary.
What the shit?
Microsoft has designed its next-gen
What?
console to be always on for 10 years, and reportedly the system will operate very silently during its lifespan. Let me finish here. Eurogamer states that the Xbox company has put system reliability in the forefront, resulting in larger than expected console box. Although it will take up more room in the living room space, that extra room will allow Microsoft to house a larger fan in the console, allowing it to cool the console at much lower speeds than a smaller fan, and reducing noise.
Well, that fucker is huge.
That's true. It's pretty
It
big.
is massive.
On for 10 years, as they say.
I think it's just it can work for up to 10 years.
That makes me worried. It makes me sound like they're going to be able to turn it off. You're going to have to buy the Xbox 2.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
We're shutting the Xbox One off in 10 years.
No, I think the system reliability, like the first Xbox 360s, Red Ring of Death, the infamous Red Ring of Death, right? This
Yes.
one they want to actually be able to work for people for 10 years. They don't want to keep getting them back in their service department working on 100 million.
I don't
Red
think,
Ring
I don't think it's-
Xboxes.
you're gonna have a lot of defects, I think, in the first little while.
Well, there's even that story that their chips were messing up. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, we
So-
don't know what
Like,
we
one out
don't
of 4 chips weren't working.
we don't know what those chips were, right? Like that was back in the day. That was speculation of what it was for.
I don't think we ever figured out the real answer. Yeah.
For some reason, I think it's the Surface. I thought we covered it briefly. I do not remember
Scared
though.
the shit out of me. What was that? My hat.
Foam in
On
the
to
garbage.
some PS4 news. The friends list, its friend list has been increased to 2,000.
I have like
Oh,
4.
thank God, I can sleep well at night now.
Well, no, what I heard was that this probably has to do with like the Facebook integration, maybe,
Oh.
or competing with
fudge.
Facebook in some way.
Are you gonna integrate Facebook?
Actually, I have a
Are you
question.
gonna integrate Facebook?
Fuck
Are
Facebook.
you gonna integrate Facebook?
Fuck Facebook. No. No.
Why
Facebook.
not?
No.
Oh,
Why
no,
not?
I-
Black sheep,
wait,
Ryan.
but then all your friends on Facebook, you'll see them. Oh, I want to
No,
play with this
And
guy.
then I can get your stupid fucking updates saying every time you got a new high score and something.
You know what
It's gonna pop up on
Facebook
my
does now is they send me notifications for people doing stuff
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I don't get
Yeah.
any of those. Why
Ryan
you guys-
Johnson shared a link.
Yeah, or
Okay. Did it have anything
yeah,
to do with me?
somebody at work posted a photo on their wall. Like,
I
why
don't-
am I getting this?
They're
I don't
old
care.
too. It'd be
Yeah.
like a week ago.
I don't get those. How come you guys get it? Everyone else is getting them.
Yeah, I get emails. It's like we miss you on Facebook. 8 things have happened since you. I don't
No,
give
no,
a
not even
shit.
that. Like I get straight up push notifications when
Oh God. no.
somebody at work posts a photo to their timeline, like a photo of her.
Nothing to do with you.
You nothing to do with me on her timeline. That's it. I get a
Is
notification.
it someone you interact with a lot or no?
Not on Facebook.
So
It-
how does
appar-
it know?
It's just. I think it's a settings thing. Like it's.
I looked,
Well,
man. I
that's the-
can't find it.
That's my biggest problem with Facebook is they just change the settings without telling you.
I'm pretty sure I get notices about you when you post stuff.
Yeah, everyone else. Marty's getting my status updates.
Yeah.
Our other friend Little Ryan, he's getting status updates.
I'm getting your PlayStation stuff.
What the hell is going? Why is it me?
I am honestly so close
Popular
to shutting
guy.
my Facebook. I really don't want Facebook.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want you
pissing me
guys
off.
seeing my stuff.
You posted it on the internet.
I want you to see it if you come across it. I don't want you to like get notified of it.
It's-
A
I'm
week
sorry,
later,
that is the
too.
worst argument I've ever heard. If you're putting it out there,
Wait, no. I don't want you guys to get notifications. I don't want to be a hassle to you guys.
No, it's,
well, you are.
it's a
I,
huge.
don't, I can't stop it though. I don't know what's going on.
Just stop posting stuff.
Let's see. No, I love posting stuff. I post stuff all the time, but no one comments on it. But I post it.
I'm gonna look through my settings. No,
Good,
I
good
lied.
luck.
I'm not.
They ain't there.
Now
They ain't there though.
I have a question with this actually.
Okay.
I remember that. I think it was Jack Tredden was saying that they want to make the PSN a little bit more like people friendly, if you will. So
You're
they
using
want it
names.
to be like names. Are you a
Now-
fan of that?
Wait, you can have
Yes.
you can have two names.
No.
You can have two names. I can be Woofer 195,
Okay.
or I can be Ryan Johnson.
Can
okay,
can you be
I
both?
like my alias. I think it's cool.
I think if you have your name, like your actual name, like Ryan Johnson, I think you have to have a backup username.
I like having the username.
I like it's like a little alias. It's something like
it's like
unique
your
to
gamer identity.
Yeah, it's like just something for fun. Like,
I'm gonna retire mine. I'm gonna get a new one.
Here's what I want. I want my friends to see me as Ryan Johnson, but I want everyone else online to see me as.
That's
my
probably
username.
possible.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a setting for that.
Yeah, that's what I want. 'Cause
I don't want
people to know
no
my
damn
name.
Facebook. Like I get enough fucking shit. Like it's ridiculous. Fucking Foursquare and like, good lord. I don't care if this man is at Tim Hortons right now. Like, that's the truth. Like it's ridiculous.
All right, let's move on to our final story. The Wii, now not the Wii U. This is the original Wii. Sales have crossed 100 million units.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Now this is a milestone for the aging console, which achieved during April to the June quarter, where the system sold 500,000 more units than the successor, the Wii U.
100 million?
You know what that is? Those are accidental buys. People think it's a Wii U. They just,
That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
just parents not knowing what the fuck they're
Oh
doing.
my god! And then when Nintendo's like, the Wii U's not doing well. Poor them. Oh.
They're fucking
Don't
up.
name it the Wii U.
Don't name it the Wii. Everyone criticized the Wii, and then they're like, here's the Wii U. And it's like,
I thought that was genius at the beginning because when everyone was
We would
excited
like
about
to
the
play.
Wii, because everybody was excited about the Wii, and it was like the thing that people were talking about. And I remember watching the Sony press conference, and every time they say "We here at Sony," and they use the word "we," I'm like, oh, the Wii, I'm like, and it was genius.
I like that one guy that we were watching. I forget his name. You shared the video with us about the consoles and the paying for online. When he was talking about the Wii TV, he's like, "What's TVII? What is TVI? Oh, TV. I get it."
Yeah,
So I think
I
we'll
should subscribe to that guy's channel.
we don't have a rant. I didn't, but we're out of time.
We
but,
We have a requested rant.
Do we?
We do.
Holy shit.
Oh, hurry up.
You're just springing this on us now.
Yeah, we're running out of time here, man.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Okay. Anyway, wait. Do we have a time limit?
No, we don't.
Well,
So-
we officially 1 hour, but not really.
Okay. Anyway, so
we're already at.
it's a
An hour 6.
It's a specific rant for a game, so I'm going to translate it. So I'm going to read the full rant. None of you guys play Guild Wars 2, and then I'm going to translate it to like
Okay.
a more
All right.
common. So basically, the rant is. Actually, I'll just make it comic. It's a pretty long rant. So basically, what it is if you're playing on a server, and this is going to apply to next gen a lot. If you're playing on a server, so in this case, it's Guild Wars 2. So there's WVW, World versus World, I believe it is. So anyway, it's like full world map battles. So basically, what people are doing is they're in a server, they're playing whatever, and then they're switching to winning servers, which in turn is messing over, certain servers. Like one server just becomes so lopsided, it just gets owned. So this is going to translate, I'd say, a lot into the next gen, whereas the Division and stuff like that, there's not really territory in the Division, but like that MMO style. If we start having world wars, if you will, should there be some sort of limit on your server transfers? Should you get in trouble? Or
I
like
think there should be an in-game consequence.
yeah, so so what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that's a serious problem when like people are like, "Oh, my side's losing like 50%. Let's just switch to the other team." Do you know what I mean?
Well, don't you need like a character in a server? So you need to like start from scratch with a new character?
What happens is people can switch servers. So like say
so
for example,
with your same character.
yeah, so like on a lot of games, I'm just giving like a generic example.
Yeah.
So like if I'm on like US right now it's Guild Wars European. That's what the person's talking about.
Okay.
But let's just assume it's just a random game, and it's like I'm on US server 1, and I'm the red team. There's blue team. So red team has 10% of the map, and blue team has 90%. So I'm like, oh fuck this. So I like just go over to US server 2 where I have 70% of the map. And I've actually seen this sometimes in a shooter called free-to-play shooter called Planet Side 2, where one side's getting freaking owned, so everyone just starts going to another server where their side's doing well, and then you just see like the other team just freaking demolish the other team. So like, do you guys think there's gonna be a serious problem in the next gen, or like should you be locked to a server? Like, or like, should you be like locked to a server? You have your unlocks. We have to create a brand new character, rank 1 on another server, sort of deal, right? So that's a consequence.
I don't think we should be creating a new character.
No,
Because like limiting your character, or I'll use your city to a server, like that is
it's irritating.
yeah. Because if you say, well, my friend has a city there, and I want to go migrate my city there, you can't. But again, it goes with the theme of the game, which you shouldn't be able to migrate a city. You should start up a new one.
Simpsons did it.
But like an MMO would be more general.
Yeah.
Your character should it's just the same universe.
Your character can move around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But there should be an in-game consequence.
I was gonna say what's an example for example?
Like I'm talking about because there's probably gonna be currencies for everything. You probably save up money so you can buy in-game stuff. You should probably forfeit I'm not even kidding, 95% of that. It should be
Oh
a
my God.
95% fee on what you have in bank to transfer.
That's pretty
your-
good because a lot of people they can rack up money pretty good.
Yeah.
And so if you had to donate that much,
Yeah.
it would kind of deter you from doing that.
Now here's the question. No,
Oh.
this is another problem though. What happens if Ryan buys a game and he's playing US server once, he gets locked in quotes to it. I buy the game.
Well, don't use the
and-
word locked. Your character will probably never be locked.
Okay, all right. So
No, but
say for
if you're
exa-
saying if they did do that, if that's
Okay.
one of the options,
Oh, okay.
right?
yeah, or even he's playing on US server 1 and I buy the game too, and I'm playing on US server 2, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, Ryan has this game, I want to play with him right now, like I want to join his server. So I go to join, but I lose 95% of my money. Is it fair that I lose 95% of my money to go over to Ryan's server? See,
No,
there-
that's
there's an
a good point.
ultimatum here.
I also just realized the loophole. If people had to pay 95% of what they have in bank, they would just go buy what they want, spend everything, and they have let's say $500. They usually pay where the fuck that is, $450.
Now, what about actually paying actual money? What if it's like $5?
Don't
No,
give them that
because then you get
idea.
into microtransactions, and those I don't approve of.
But you could. There's another way to do this. You could region lock people. So we're here. We can play on. Assuming there's no Canadian servers, United States servers. That's it. You could do that, and then that way there's only
I mean-
3 servers.
No,
to
because
choose from.
what if Marty moves away and he wants to play with us?
That's what I was gonna say too. What happens if I have a friend that's abroad?
That's abroad or
Abroad, like in Europe. Thank you. Not
Girl
a
gamer?
woman.
Oh. Don't let the online community know. She'll get.
The female species do not venture into our areas.
jeez, man.
I don't know. I think there should be a major in-game consequence.
Day One Patch endorses all female players and is very supportive
I'm not
of the
saying
female gaming
I'm not saying
community.
they shouldn't. I just say they don't.
And
So-
Matt's views do not necessarily represent those of Day One Patch.
I'm terribly sorry.
How they prevent
No, you're not.
server switching?
I know.
It's kind of tough.
It's a tough thing, but it is a legitimate problem. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot actually, even in Guild Wars 1. Like there's like these maps are going on, and people would like just join different zones, different servers because one side's being freaking owned, and like that side would be consistently owned for like a month, like just get freaking raped. So the game you'd win the war, it would reset, so 50-50,
Power fuck.
freaking owned again, 50-50, owned like in a few days when it's supposed to take like a month, and then eventually people would start going back because they're like, oh, I want to fight for this now, but like it's kind of stupid because it's lopsided, right?
You could even reward the player for choosing the losing
That
side.
would be cool. So you're in a server where you're at a disadvantage, you get extra XP. Don't give you better guns, so you're still at a disadvantage in game, but you get extra XP. That would be cool. That's actually really good. I like that.
You know what you could do is going back to like your 95% like in-game fee,
Yeah.
but at the beginning when you start up, deposit that into like a communal bank, and then whoever's left over at the end who actually didn't abandon it or who stuck around, they get to split that.
Oh,
like a loyalty
Yeah.
thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or even like a payment. So like you've been on the server for a week. Here's 100 in-game cash. Every week it goes like 100, 200, 300,
Yeah.
400. That'd be cool.
Or just a global server.
A global server, but you can't have just one, right?
No, it's impossible.
Well, it's possible, but it's really ridiculous.
Just have long wires going from continent to continent, just connecting them.
Well, I think that ties it up. This has been Day One Patch. Remember to like and share this video. Share with all the friends you know, whether they like gaming or not, because we're just having a good time here.
I just tapped it.
Oh, it's okay. And subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
And stay tuned for a couple of videos that we're going to be posting
Oh,
soon.
thank you, Marty. Yeah, we're going to be
Let's
doing
plays.
some Let's Plays on our YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for those. We're doing Kerbal Space Program. And we're not as good as the other people on YouTube, but we're just...
We had some fun.
It's pretty crazy, and we tried our best, so... Thanks.
It's our first Let's Play.